Uh-oh.
That's kind of the thing with this game and why the S rank experience is so awful. Is that the game's not hard per se, but it is easy to die. And when you die, your score resets. And it's also this thing where, like, in the earlier games, as far as, like, tallying up your points at the end of the level concerns, yeah, I was out of rings. So
Are you kidding me?
I was out of rings, so I couldn't boost. So.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought you, like, clipped through the iceberg and died.
But because, like, how it would work in the older games, like Sonic Adventure 2, is when you collect a ring, you immediately get points in your score at the top of the screen. Whereas in this game, how it works is you have to carry the rings all the way to the end of the level, and then you get points for it, which means that if you get hit and lose all your rings, those points are just gone. And it's like, in this game is all about, in terms of getting the S rank, you absolutely have to be boosting constantly and take every shortcut and do everything perfectly, which means that you factor the ring bonus on top of that, and it basically means you're not allowed to get hit, ever, if you want the S rank. And that's why the S ranks are so miserable in this game. And it's not even like... Specifically, the S ranks in the fucking day levels are miserable. The night S ranks are pretty generous. Like, as long as you go for all the... What I haven't been doing, because I want to keep the playthrough moving, is when you beat up the enemies enough in the night levels, you can...
He froze into an ice block. This game ripped off Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
In Sonic... In the night levels, when you beat up the enemies, you can do a finisher on them and get a 20,000 points bonus, I think, for all of the bigger enemies. And if you spam that, you can get the S ranks in the night levels really easily. But as far as these day levels go, it's like... Another thing I haven't really mentioned so far is that the homing attack button in this game is set to X, which is the same as the boost button. Which means that if you mistime a homing attack, or the game just decides that it doesn't want to lock on to an enemy anymore, you'll just air boost off into oblivion and kill yourself.
Yep.
So, like, the game has kind of loose, slippery controls just in general, and, you know, it's like, that's where this game kind of differs from the later boost games like Frontiers and Forces and the Shadow game we played earlier this year.
They refined it a little bit.
Is that they slowed down the boost considerably, but the trade-off is that your sense of control is a lot better. But it also means that they don't... Like, the boost in this game feels really good by virtue of making you go super fast and you, like, blaze through everything, and that's kind of fun. But the problem is that you lose your sense of control and it's easy to kill yourself through things that you'd be able to easily avoid in one of the newer boost games. Oh, here are the hot dog missions I was telling you about.
They're selling hot dogs in Antarctica.
Yes. So he's like, his business
Alaska
model is, you have to clear my stupid, terrible missions, and I will sell you a hot dog.
There are penguins. It has to be Antarctica.
And each one of they're basically like, Alonzo, did you ever get all the emblems in Sonic Adventure 2?
Yes.
It's basically like that, where like, the equivalent of those missions, like, except they make you do them like 3 times. And you have to S-rank them all. I don't think you S-rank them, but you do have to beat them. So instead of just having like, oh, you could play this time trial mission, and if you get an S rank on it, or an A rank on it, you're done. And this one, you have to play it 3 separate times, and it gets harder each time. So that's basically filler content. And so that's why I've never fully completed this game, technically. I've done everything except those hot dog missions, because by the time I got them, I was just like, okay, dude, what the hell is this? I don't want to play this shit.
Those hot dog missions.
Yeah.
Or like hot poop.
Aren't they? Yeah. Yeah.
Which is funny, because Ethan hates poop jokes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
What about the episode where we had Sonic who fart for an unlimited time? No, it was Silver.
Yeah, Silver.
Oh, yeah.
The metrosexual hedgehog. And I made Ethan laugh the hardest he's ever laughed on Game Mavericks. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, save, because I don't want to play that again. Oh my god. What are you laughing at now?
I haven't stopped laughing.
What are you laughing at?
I haven't stopped laughing. On Game Mavericks, yes.
The game Mavericks may have Return of the Swallows Fortnite was up there.
Yeah, and then the Bruno penis flipping scene. Nicole's been around me as I've laughed that hard at many things.
There was that one clip
Mostly-
she sent the server of you laughing your ass off because you edited in an end slide early or something.
Well, I was really when I was editing, and I edited in something that made me laugh so hard that I just kept replaying it.
Replay.
Because, like, you know, I was, and it was really funny.
More like slowly cooked.
Like Overcooked. When are we gonna play Overcooked for the show?
Oh dear lord.
When are we gonna play Toki Tori for the SNES? See, these are the finishers I was talking about. You get a bunch of bonus
We're gonna
points.
play Mega Man X3.
Yeah, anytime really.
You still haven't played X2
Oh yeah, we gotta play X2 and X3.
and X6 and X7.
Well, we can skip 7, but we can play we can play everything except 7, and then we can play 8.
I'll tell you what, I'll play X7 because I like Axel.
Yeah, but
why are you subjecting me to this torture? Now you want me to... Next, you're going to ask me to play Ecco the Dolphin for the show.
Yeah, well, the fans wanted it. They said that, that's going to be the ultimate Ethan playthrough. Because they were so impressed with your performance in Battletoads that they absolutely have to see you conquer Ecco the Dolphin for the show.
That would be a rage Ethan game. Like, that would be...
That'd be the biggest rage since Earthworm Jim Buttpill.
He was also, no, are you fucking kidding me?
Well, yeah. I mean, probably. But, like, I don't know. Maybe put in a community post about it, like asking if people actually care to see it or not. Because if it's like 3 people, then I don't know.
Well, like, I put up a poll of Ethan games. And that was the one
so the thing
wanted.
the song actually isn't that bad.
Yeah.
So the thing with Ecco the Dolphin is that it has unlimited lives. So it's not difficult in the same way that Battletoads is.
God damn it! And now the song is gone.
Yeah, seriously, that is really annoying. So Ecco the Dolphin has unlimited lives, and the stages are generally kind of short. But, like, you'll get through, and then all of a sudden you'll die.
Mm-hmm.
You have to start the level over, and like getting through some of those sections are so unbelievably difficult. But it's like there's no penalty for it other than just having to like start the level over.
Time on this precious earth.
Yeah, exactly. But at least the game has a outstanding soundtrack. One of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
So favorite that Mikey suggested we play the Sega CD version.
Which is the same soundtrack, just...
Which, that is atmospheric. Well...
Oh yeah, I'd agree with that.
That is more atmospheric than, like, this.
Yeah.
Because, like, what I'm listening to now is not atmospheric. It's a jazzy groove.
I'm saying it's atmospheric relative to the day levels.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I definitely say that Cool Edge Night falls into, like, actually genuinely atmospheric.
Edit in that Princess Bride meme that says that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Didn't they create a mod that basically revamped the entire combat for Sonic Unleashed? I feel like I sent that to you, Mikey. on the Twitter.
Why is it a doorbell sound?
I couldn't tell you.
Because
no, the real reason it's called Little Red Hood and not Little Red Riding Hood is because I have no fucking idea. Yeah, I loved me some AVGN.
AVGN.
More like the ANN.
More like, hey, it's ANN. More like AVGN. It looks like the shit stains in my drawers right now.
Looks like the shit stain in the bottom of my drawers right now.
Don't you love it when Mikey quotes the same thing that you quote?
Except better.
You think that.
I actually sounded like the guy when I did it, so yes, that is better.
In that one, he was better, but in most situations, nah.
He has his moments. He's 50-50.
Remember when he yelled at us because he thought that we were doing the epic sax wrong?
Oh yeah.
And you and I were like doing it perfectly, and then Michael does something that Michael does something that doesn't even sound like it. It doesn't even sound like it. He's like, oh, it sounds a lot. You and I are like, that doesn't sound like it at all. And he's like, sounds a lot more like it than you guys were. So then I edited in epic sax and proved to him that he was in fact wrong.
And unfortunately, this is before we started doing wrong moments, so you couldn't edit in a wrong moment into the part.
I usually just edit Mikey's face into the blunt.
Which is funny because Mikey's never drugged in his whole life.
Maybe it'd help you.
Nah, I don't need that shit in my life on top of everything else. Anyways. Oh, we got some Eggman robots.
So, are we at that point where we need like Sonic Unleashed trivia now? So we start talking about the game a little more?
I guess we can. Oh, I could pick him up when he's like that? Yes!
Oh, so apparently in a 2010 interview with Nintendo Power, done to promote Sonic Colors, Takeshi Iizuka admitted that turning Sonic into a werehog was a poor idea in hindsight. Even the creative, like, this was bad.
That was a poor idea in hindsight.
That's the same guy who's been producing the game. That's the director of Sonic Adventure 2, Alonso, that guy.
What was that?
That's the director of Sonic Adventure 2, that guy.
Yep.
Takeshi Iwano determines that sending Sonic to San Francisco in hindsight was a bad idea.
Yeah, Sonic could never afford an apartment there.
So apparently, the game's signature vocal track, Endless Possibilities, has yet to see any sort of streaming release outside of Japan.
That's absolutely true.
Yeah, because it's likely due because of Jarrett Reddick, with the one-time guest vocalist for the Sonic series, attempted to have the song licensed for re-release would probably be a big undertaking. So I guess, yeah, because he was the special vocalist in there.
Well, it's the guy from Bowling for Soup.
But it wasn't Sonic.
It's 104 days of summer vacation, and school comes along just to end it.
The live version performed in Sonic's 30th anniversary concert is available on streaming services. However, the vocals are provided by Nathan Sharp, with the original Reddick version still being absent. It's absent for most games.
My favorite part of Aqua Teen Hunger Force is when Carl walks outside and says, "Who did this to my freaking car?"
You will get your dick ripped off.
So apparently the PlayStation 2 version of Sonic Unleashed was primarily developed for American European audiences, and it never saw a release in Japan.
Oh.
Because of this, it's also the only version of the game to lack a dedicated Japanese voice track.
So they did release the Wii version though?
It's just the Wii version was in Japan, but the PlayStation 2 version was only for America and Europe.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. So Alonso has to play it on the show now because it's lost media.
A version of the day and night system was originally planned for Sonic 06, but was cut due to the game's rush production, and it was revisited in this game.
So therefore, Sonic 06 has no music in it at all.
It's got
Odd decision.
Zebra Head.
It's got the Biomoose song.
No, it doesn't. That's Sonic Adventure 2. The Biomoose song, honestly.
Ethan, I have to say you're getting pretty lazy with these.
And by the way, it's the Bio Elk that is in Sonic 06. I'll have you know.